Muy buenas a todos chicos, chicas, reyes, reinas, soy del canal. Hoy continuamos con la misión de Arconte de la 5.1. En el episodio anterior pues básicamente estuvimos aquí hablando con un capitano, porque ya sabéis que, bueno, queremos forjar un nombre antiguo para nosotros, ¿vale? Y nos lo tiene que forjar Chilonen. Pero Chilonen se ha ido al mercado a buscar unos materiales, que yo creo que ya lleva un día y medio buscando los materiales, pero bueno. Y Citlalí pues nos está ayudando, pero nos dijo que teníamos que encontrar a Ororon. Luego Ororon, que está aliado con el capitano, quería reunirse con nosotros, pues hubo una reunión aquí y Citlalí nos pilló, por así decirlo. Y el capitano nos dijo que no está seguro de que Mahuika, el arconte Piro, tenga un plan para salvar a Natlan. Y teme que quiera aliarse con nosotros, ¿sabéis? Quiere aliarse con nosotros porque le da miedo que Mahuika no sea capaz de solucionar las crisis. Y aquí estamos.
In all my years, I've never had a child cause me so much grief. Do you seriously not see what's at stake here? You've got a head on your shoulders, Ororon. Use it! Why did you help the captain? And I want the truth this time. No answer? Think you're being smart? Then let me ask a different question. What does the captain want? What is his purpose in Natlan?
La verdad es que yo cuando vi a Citlalí en el tráiler pensaba que iba a ser un personaje como más tímido, más callado, más... Ay, ay, me da vergüenza, ¿sabes? Pero no, a tía es, vamos, o sea, joder, le da igual todo. Yo pensaba que iba a ser más...
Really? You're just going to stonewall me?
Es que no me gusta la actitud que tiene el niño pequeño. No parece que Ororon vaya a responder.
Just use your brain for a second. What do you possibly stand to gain by helping the captain? Only endless trouble awaits you and everyone in the tribe. You've always been a good kid. Why would you throw that all away now? If you're worried about something, just talk to me. Granny would much rather we had a conversation instead of constantly clashing like this.
Ya.
Why is he staring at us all of a sudden?
Querrá que le ayudemos, ¿sabes?
I'm sorry that you have to hear all this.
Bueno, no pasa nada, ha sido un poco incómodo, pero bueno, se sobrevive.
You're very kind. Most people would have fled by now. Not everyone can handle Granny's scolding.
Espérate, que va a volver a
You
regañarnos.
dare gossip between yourselves instead of listening to me? You...
Sorry, Granny.
Sorry, Granny.
Ya está
Sorry,
loca.
Granny. You know what? Fine. I'm perfectly aware that everything I say goes in one ear and out the other. You're all grown up now, so why would you listen to an old hag like me?
La verdad es que me recuerda mucho a mi madre, ¿para qué no vamos a mentir? Me recuerda mucho a mi madre, la verdad es que está muy bien hecho el personaje.
You say all the right things, but then you go and completely ignore me. Well, if that's how you're going to treat me, you can stop sending Aoife over to my place to deliver your stupid vegetables! I don't need anything from you!
Who's Aoife? A delivery person?
That's irrelevant. The point is, he hangs out with this kid, so he must be no good. You kids get to a certain age and suddenly act like you know it all. There's nothing I can say to get through to you. Ororon, if you're still thinking about that so-called duty, then please, just forget about it. The ley lines did not fall to this state because of you. And we've long closed the book on that incident.
Seems they've started talking about some kind of tribal history. I'm starting to get lost.
That's not it, Granny.
¿Eh? Hay algo raro en su voz.
I know you tend to get down on yourself when you're upset, but I can tell I really hurt you this time. All I can say is I'm sorry.
His voice. Ororon! Where have you gone?
O sea que la voz viene del
It
lugar.
sounds like he's somewhere super far away, but isn't he right here in front of us?
Sí, la verdad es que la escuchaba un poquito baja.
I'm really sorry. It's up to all of us to do everything we can to save Natlan. So I've got to go.
Ahí va, que se ha pirado.
Get back here this instant! Ororon! What is this? Powder from plant spores? Is that the trick he used?
What just happened? How was he able to suddenly get so far away like that?
Ah, it's a trick of his. If you grind spores into a powder and spray it in the air, it can be manipulated to create an illusion. He pulled it off flawlessly. He must have put a lot of time into perfecting it. Don't tell me that's how he's been hunting in the fields these days. Oh, couldn't he have picked up something more useful? Ugh, little brat. That's it. The next time we meet, I'm definitely going to break his legs.
Pero, joder, la abuela, tío. Le voy a partir las piernas, madre mía.
Whoa, that's a little extreme. But still, why does he feel like he needs to run from us? If his goal is also to protect Natlan, then can't we work together?
Lo peor es que a nosotros tampoco nos quiere contarnos nada.
I'm sorry for interrupting your conversation with them earlier. But even if you'd been able to hear them out, there's no guarantee you would have gained anything substantial. Ororon probably did everything he could to get away because he knew I'd get the truth out of him sooner or later. Oh, that brat. I swear.
No creo que lo de que el capitano iba a decirme tonterías. No creo que lo que el capitano iba a decirme fueran tonterías. Si no, Ororon tampoco insistiría tanto en seguirlo. Volver a reunirme con ellos queda descartado. Tal vez lo más rápido sería que el Arconte Piro me confirmase lo que dijo el capitano. Y además, la terquedad de Ororon está haciendo sentir muy mal a Citlalí. Tengo que encontrar una manera de hacerla sentir mejor. Oye, ¿qué era esa misión de Ororon que mencionaste antes?
We've got quite a long walk back to the city. Let's take our time. It'll give me a moment to figure out how to explain all this.
Vale. La ciudad se refiere al estadio, Sacarosa Fuego. Que le llaman ciudad, pero bueno, yo lo veo más como un estadio. Porque es lo que es, más que no vamos a mentir. ¿Vos te transportar muy más rápido? Sí. No, por culo. A ver, con Sironen realmente llegaría más rápido. Porque si cojo los patines. Pero es que dura muy poco lo de las patines, tío. Poquísimo. Para escalar es una
Do
maravilla.
you two have some time? Feeling hungry? How about we get something to eat?
Oh, right. It's been a while since we last ate. Now that we can relax, Paimon just realized how hungry she is.
Then let's go. We can find somewhere to sit down and talk. Food and drinks are on me.
Podemos pagar lo nuestro. Paimon tiene unos fondos privados. Puede invitar ella.
How did this become Paimon'sville?
Bueno.
Citlalí looks quite down on herself. All right. It's on Paimon this time. What's one meal to the best
Primera
guide
vez que
in
invita a
Tibet?
Paimon, tú. Primera vez que Paimon se gasta un mora en comida para compartir, tú.
So you can just sit back and enjoy, Citlalí. Paimon will take care of it.
Hey, come on now. You won't even let me take you out for some food and drinks? I just wanted to treat you to a meal.
Are you sure? We can save you some Mora.
Mora is the least of my concerns. Besides, we're definitely due a meal after all the time we've spent together. Let me get this one. I might be an old hag, but I like to think I'm not completely useless.
Sure,
Vale.
that's fine with us.
Pues nada.
Paimon
Paimon
doesn't
lo
want you to be
invita.
sad, Citlalí.
Otra vez que Paimon se libra.
Don't worry. I'm sure a juicy grilled steak will work wonders.
Ostras. Esta sí que sabe, ¿eh? Había personajes que... Solo tofu, ¿sabéis? Hay personajes que solo tofu, tú. Vale, creo que es aquí, ¿no? Es que este lugar aún no me lo conozco muy bien porque no lo he tocado mucho. Ah, pues no tengo que salir. Es que ya os digo, por aquí no estoy mucho porque como aquí está todo el rato saltando mis misiones, pues no, a veces, ¿sabes? Porque hay misiones que quiero grabar y tal, entonces pues no me gusta pasarme por aquí. Yo me suelo quedar más en Mondstadt. Mondstadt es como mi zona de confort, ¿sabéis? Vale. Los tres entran en una taberna y encuentran una mesa tranquila. Paimon y tú piden comida y jugo. Citlalí bebe una botella de vino tras otra. Hostia, está en la parte donde se va a emborrachar.
What are you looking at?
Do you see two people standing by the door? They look like spitting images of each other. Are they
Shit,
twins?
Shine. Está también borracha. Madre mía.
Paimon only sees one person there.
Huh? How could that be? I
No,
guess
no,
my
todavía
mind
no.
isn't as sharp as it used to be. Give me another bottle, boss.
No, no, otra no.
Do you think she's drunk?
Ha bebido bastante, la verdad.
There you go, miss.
No, pero no.
Oh my! It's not every day you get to see Granny Itzley here with some friends. Not to mention ones who've made a huge name for themselves recently.
Gracias.
Oh, so you've heard of us?
Of course I have. Aren't you the ones who saved Kachina and brought her back? No wonder you hit it off with Granny Citlalí. She wouldn't spend time with just anybody, you know. I don't even remember the last time I saw her with a new friend.
Wait, so you call her Granny too?
Es que se supone que es anciana.
Well, given our ages, it'd probably be more accurate for me to call her my great-great-granny. She's one of the most famous people at the Masters of the Nightwind. Most days, hardly anyone even dares talk to her.
Huh? Gossiping about me right in front of my face now, are you, Chonka?
Oh, please, Granny, I wouldn't dare. I'm just beyond happy to see you bring over some new friends. After all, any friends of our regulars are sure to be great customers too.
All right, that's enough. Go on now. I'm sure the other customers would like to talk to you as well. There's no need to keep staring at me. I promise I'll keep my alcohol down until I leave.
Es alcohólica.
Well then, you have my thanks.
Cuando la jefa se va, Citlalí se sirve una copa más y se queda mirando la nada. Hasta parece que no está borracha, pero sino simplemente pensando en algo. Bueno, eso de que no parece borracha. Eso de que no parece borracha.
Citlalí? Citlalí?
Who's that? You got some gall calling me by my first name. Let me guess. You want to test your skills against Granny Itzley, don't ya?
Are you still with us, Citlalí? You're kinda talking to no one.
You chumps come around here, picking fights with me? Well, you know what happens next. You lose, and then run off home to tell everyone about how I'm this big scary bully. It's always the same story. You brats start it, I finish it, and then I end up with the reputation of being some kind of terrible monster among the shamans. I mean, come on. Monster? Me? Really? What did I do to deserve
La cara
that?
de la izquierda. La cara de la izquierda está flipando, tío.
Granny Citlalí, you're not a monster at all.
¿La llaman así o qué?
Exactly. And while we're at it, I'm not some lazy slacker either. Between meditation, advising the chief, and speaking with the Wyab, I actually have a pretty packed schedule, you know. Oh yeah. And I have to mentor all the new kids. Hey,
Vaya.
new kid. Yeah, you.
¿Yo soy un recién llegado?
Don't play dumb. Didn't I teach you how to find phlogiston? You see? I know my stuff. I'm a good teacher. You tell him.
Totalmente. Gracias por enseñarme tus enseñanzas, profesora.
That's more like it. About dang time someone showed me a little respect. Yeah, Granny's a hard worker, all right. You can always rely on old Granny.
Madre mía. Dormida, tía. Ah, dormir.
Did she just fall asleep with her eyes open? Oh, jeez.
Behind this pitch-black curtain, a chapter of hatred reveals itself. Behind the smoke. The lingering smoke.
Ah,
¿Cómo?
she's meditating again. She does this whenever she's had a few too many drinks. Her mind's actually racing at this point. It's quite the opposite of sleep.
Is this another specialty of the Masters of the Nightwind?
No, I'd say it's an ability that's unique to Citlalí herself. While she can easily pick up everyone else's skills and tricks, few have been able to master hers.
Warning, warning. Red, the color of danger, has now arisen within that pair of eyes. Huh?
¿Ya está despierta?
Traveler? Paimon?
What's wrong?
Madre mía. Joder.
I'm gonna hurl.
Hang
Sí,
on,
es que ya no tiene edad.
just keep it in.
Ya no tiene edad, hombre.
Phew.
Qué asco de sonido.
Okay, it's passed. That was a close one.
You had Paimon worried. Paimon really thought you were about to barf all over the table just now.
How embarrassing. I'm sorry you had to see me like that. That's never happened before, I swear. I've never thrown up, not once.
Pero si no le hemos preguntado si lo había hecho alguna vez. Madre mía, qué miedo de
Are you
mujer.
feeling okay? Wanna take a quick walk and get some fresh air?
There's so much that I want to say, but I can't.
Why not? Of course you can. Just say whatever's on your mind.
Please, Paimon, it's not as simple as you think. We've only known each other for a few days, right? What would you think of me if I were to start dumping all of my complaints on you after we've only just met?
Sí, la verdad es que contarle tus mierdas a alguien que acabas de conocer no es la mejor idea.
Oh, Paimon gets it. You're hoping that we wouldn't think less of you no matter what you're about to say.
No, that wasn't my point at all! Seriously, don't you youngsters know anything about shame? I'm talking about shame! I've lived all these years and still can't get rid of it! Surely, you know the feeling too?
Actually, about that.
¿Se lo decimos?
Huh? Tell me what?
Yeah, this is as good a time as any.
De acuerdo. Verás, Citlalí. Escucha con atención, intenta no enfadarte. Cuéntanos lo que ocurrió mientras buscabas a Ororon de la manera más objetiva, imparcial y neutral posible. Cuando Citlalí compartió su percepción con ustedes dos, un efecto secundario fue que podía... ¡Ay, es verdad! Que podíamos escuchar lo que ella pensaba, es verdad. Es verdad.
So, you heard...
It's okay, Citlalí. You had every right to complain about those things.
I can't take it anymore! Why do these things happen to me? Hearing me mumble under my breath is one thing, but hearing what I mumble in my own head? That's too much! It's just like when you're rolling on the floor in your pajamas, but you forget to lock the door, and someone bursts in to deliver cabbages and sees the whole thing!
So that, happens to you a lot.
Vaya.
It happens to people in general, okay? Doesn't matter if you're 200 years old or 1,000 years old. Everyone rolls around in their pajamas sometimes. I was just picking something generic.
Bueno. ¿Estás bien? Pareces alicaída.
Take a walk with me. I have things to share with you.
Looks like she's completely given up. Like those criminals who just confess everything and accept their fate.
Vamos con ella para que no haga ninguna locura. Vale, eso es lo que yo quería, que me dejaran un momento para cortar el vídeo. Voy a dejarlo por aquí, voy a dejarlo por aquí porque al final se nos alarga a los 20 minutos, ¿vale? Así que nada, la verdad es que ya os digo, yo pensaba que Citlalí iba a ser un personaje más como tímido, ¿sabéis? Iba a ser un personaje como súper vergonzoso y tal. Pero no, al final es, ostras, es súper diferente a como yo pensaba que iba a ser. Pero bueno, espero que os haya gustado, que lo hayáis disfrutado y mañana continuamos. Gracias por ver, adiós.